Hello everybody, it's HF Towel. Going to be going through the Apex Legends Breach patch notes here. We're going to jump past the summary. We're going to go straight into the hard light mesh, which is the biggest thing about the Breach update. It is going to be basically, to my understanding, windows and structures scattered throughout the world basically are going to become breakable, destructible windows. So like usually you'll see like the windows have these little like fences in them where you can't get inside of them. Now it seems like a lot of them are going to be destructible and breachable, which is going to make, Mad Maggie, Fuse, and on the other side of the coin, Control Legends will be able to prepare these windows as well. So your Catalysts, your Watsons, your Caustics, your Ramparts. When broken or damaged, hard light meshes rebuild after a lengthy delay. So that does say that they will rebuild on their own, which is good for people that don't have a Control Legend. But as we can see down here, they can be rebuilt and reinforced by controller legends. Hard light details automatically spawn in the world at preset locations on various structures, so it'll always be the same. Default will be 200. Increased damage from explosions, more from shotguns and snipers, and legends abilities do 10 times more damage. That seems crazy because Fuse is hit for 10 damage, meaning in 2 pops a Fuse cluster is going to get rid of a hard light mesh. Hard light cannot repair, rebuild, or be reinforced in ring. Upon reinforcement, hard light health is set to 1,250. That's massive. That's pretty big. That's very big. Yeah, mostly with like marksman rifles, it's going to be broken, but for like a flat line, it's going to take 63 bullets to break that. Just for them to be able to reinforce it, which is a delay of 4 seconds. So basically windows are just full force. You can't get shot through windows. Only doors are going to be your weak points in a building, which Catalyst can make doors again. So I think Catalyst is going to be a little bit stronger now. Controller Legends are limited to 4 maximum. Yes, going down further, we have the audio updates. So we've read about this before. I'm just going to summarize it. Basically, you can reduce the dialogue that Legends have, that your pings have, and what the announcers have. So the announcer that says like ring 1 closing or care package incoming, stuff like that, you can mute it all. And legend dialogue, you can actually select which ones are going to be mutable or when they get shot or something along those lines. I don't think you can specifically set the dialogue, but I know you can do a preset that basically says the important legend dialogue. And ping dialogue, if you have good game sense and you actually look at pings, then you don't need the dialogue. But I think some people need to hear the Pathfinder say, come this way. So we'll see how this works with interacting with teammates who you're not queued with. Going to the patch notes, we got Legends going for Fuse. Passive for Fuse. Fuse is no longer slowed when taking explosive damage. Sure, it's cool. It makes sense for Fuse. Tactical. Faster weapon stow time when switching to the tactical. Awesome. So it's even faster than it was when they initially buffed it. Flattened the trajectory to make tap firing more accurate. I like that. I like that. Reduce delay before explosions start. That's going to be oppressive. Base damage going to 15. Reduce the duration by 50%. Ooh, interesting. So it's actually the same. So they're giving 50% damage increase, but reducing it by 50%. So the damage in total is the same. It's just faster. Okay, I like that actually. I like that. Refreshed ultimate behavior. Fires a mortar that explodes against the ground, then sprays out smaller bombs across its landing point. When aiming down sights, the mortar can cover up to 13 meters deep and deliver explosives to the other side. What does that even mean? Spray smaller... Oh, no, around the landing point. So I guess you hit a mortar into the ground, and it just pops explosions around it. Which sounds kind of insane, actually. There's no more fire. It's just going to be like a big bunch of nades. Or a bunch of explosions. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be very, very interesting. That keeps Fuse very strong in the endgame. Level 3, Reignite. Dealing explosive damage to enemies, recharges your ultimate for every 2 damage dealt, reducing the cooldown by 1 second. What is that? So his own knuckle clusters are going to give him a second of recharge for each damage they deal. For every 2 damage they deal. Now hold a minute. If I'm reading this correctly, for every 2 damage dealt, you reduce the cooldown by 1 second. Does that mean a knuckle cluster that does 15 damage is going to reduce the cooldown by 7 seconds for the first pop? And then each pop after that, it's going to be a little less, but like one knuckle cluster can get you like 25 seconds off your ability or your ultimate. That's gonna be ridiculous. Anywho, removing the Ringmaster kind of sucks because I kind of liked playing him with Ring, but I can get with it. Catalyst can now reinforce up to 4 doors. Wow. If she keeps the one where she can rebuild the door, bro, Catalyst is about to be strong. Flatten the trajectory, slightly lowering the pitch and increase the overall range. I'm with that. Just, be more accurate from afar. Increase the size by 50%. Reduce the delay before they can deal damage. You could have 3 traps. And the activation radius is reduced by 20. Okay. So when you walk up to it and it pops up, you gotta get like 20% more closer to it so you can actually break it. I mean, these tacks needed a buff. Honestly, Catalyst tacks were like such a non-problem. Like a Watson fence, a Caustic Gas. They were just significantly better. Catalyst Ultimate, you can now deploy it horizontally. Thank God, that is such a big thing. That is so massive. The length is going to be increased by 5 meters, built in. The wall can build up through standard doors, through Lifeline docks, Halo, and Gibraltar domes. Thank God. Can now be placed at steeper angles. Good. Always good for your Dark Veils to actually do what you want them to do. Reduce Dark Veil duration when enemies walk through it. That's really nice. That's a good balance. 7 seconds of blindness was super annoying. 5 is still a bit too long in my book, but it is an ultimate, so I can kind of get with it. Upgrades. Hidden spikes. The spike pool is now hidden to enemies while inactive. I love that. I love this a lot because a lot of the movement in the game has increased and the speed is a lot faster. So people will just rush into a building, not see any traps, and then since the radius is 20% smaller, they're actually going to get hit by it. It's going to be a surprise, kind of like a Caustic Barrel. Soul Piercer. Spike traps activate 50% faster and deal 5 more damage per hit. Now with the spike traps already activating faster, reduce the delay before spikes can deal damage, and the spike traps activating faster, is this not going to be like a thing where you just want to throw it at your enemy's feet? You just want to pop that down right onto them? Because this thing's bigger now too. It's 50% bigger. You can literally just throw this at a guy's feet who isn't like a Valkyrie Horizon or somebody with like movement, and they're just stuck getting slowed in Catalyst Q. You could be a very aggressive Catalyst now. Bro, Catalyst might be the play. The reinforcement, the buffing of the windows, she's good for Ring. And with specifically this tack being faster and it's bigger, you could just be really aggressive. This might be too free a kill. I don't know. We'll have to see it in the actual game, but this looks kind of insane. Maybe I'll predict it, but we'll see. And now we are going to Bloodhound. Enemies outside of 13 meters no longer block White Ravens from spawning. I don't know if I fully understand that. Clues more than 13 meters away no longer block White Ravens was 50 meters. Alright, I don't know much about this passive. This might be more for the Bloodhound players. I guess this just makes the White Ravens a bit more consistent, so I'm going to consider it a plus. The total scan is increased to 4 seconds instead of 3 seconds. Full body duration for half of the scan. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do a full body scan for half and then like the diamond. I see, like, what's the problem there? Like, is the second half of the scan being a diamond actually balancing the character? Or is it just doing the same thing? It just seems like a weird thing to do to make it not a full body scan the whole time. Fever clues will pop up on screen when your tactical successfully scans an enemy. I guess that's like less screen clutter. That way when you queue, you don't get like all those fucking trackers on your screen. I'm with that. Ultimate reduced to 2.5 minutes was 4 minutes. I did not know Bloodhound's ultimate was 4 minutes. That's insane. Yeah, 2.5 makes a lot of sense. You kind of... A Bloodhound should have it every fight, aside from like third parties. I agree with that. If you initiate a fight, your Bloodhound should have an ultimate. Activation time reduced by 20 seconds, so just a bit faster. After activation, the wider FOV gradually shifts back to normal FOV. That's nice. Knocks while in your ultimate is active, increases the duration by 5 seconds. Will always reset to 10 seconds if below. Love that. That's awesome. And then unchanged, knocks while your ultimate is active, resets your tactical duration. This has been active for a while, but it is now called out in the ability description. Cool. That's awesome. Like you want your Bloodhound going crazy. The upgrades is where it goes awesome. Taste of Blood. I read this one. Regen 50% health, which I wonder if that's just health or that might include your shields. If it includes your shields like a skirmisher passive, massive. If it's just health, then like who cares? When getting a knock while your ultimate is active. Raven's Flight. When activating your white ravens, you can ping enemies twice as far as normal. Interesting. I mean, if you ping them from that far of a distance, then like, do you really care? Because by the time you get there, you're not going to see them. So I'm pretty sure everyone's going to take Taste for Blood. That's just the objectively better one. Level 3, your tactical is faster to use and has 5 less seconds on its cooldown. That's awesome. That's amazing. I don't know his other level 3 ability, but this seems pretty strong. A faster attack in 5 seconds off, that's really good. That's really good. Going to Crypto, prevent power coupling for 5 seconds after EMP. Now, I think power coupling is the one that would scan people to re-get the EMP back. So that's fine, but EMP, like, it's still kind of crazy. Reduce charges gained from scanning players from 10 to 5. I mean, yeah. Crypto has the ability, for those who don't know, to scan people to recharge his ultimate. So you could just scan somebody, look away, and scan them again. As long as you're scanning somebody new every once in a while, then you get ultimate back. I think it's an insane ability, but no one plays Crypto. And they're kind of trying to balance it here, but I just don't think that ability is good for anybody. Like, a Crypto EMP should be very spare and far between. Like, y'all may have seen it, but there was a video of, I believe it was Zach Mazur's group. I can't remember what team he's on, but he EMP'd a building 6 times in 2 minutes. Imagine you're camping a building, you're playing Final Ring, and you get EMP'd 6 times. That is ridiculous. Moving on to Pathfinder, Feeling Zippy additionally increases all movement speed of energized zip lines. Okay. Additionally increases allied acceleration on zip lines. Okay, so we're just making Pathfinder's ultimates faster by taking this upgrade of Feeling Zippy. Yeah, I don't mind it. I believe this is also the upgrade that gives you 2 zip lines. People typically always chose double grapple hook, so this makes Pathfinder more of a team focused, kind of get you to a really good squad spot, and you're less likely to be shot at while going on the zip lines. Moving on to weapons. A new Inspect for Eva, PK, and Sentinel. That's a weird thing to add Inspect to guns, but alright. Care Package. G7 will now have the double tap. Damage is increased. Oh, sorry, I just realized this was in the ground. So now it's in the Care Package with 1 damage more. Increased fire rate. Can be equipped with sniper optics. Ooh. I don't know if I like that. You already got a Kraber, and now there's a G7, so every package has a 50-50 chance for someone to just camp and ring with a red weapon. I don't know if I like that. But double tap is just kind of a fun thing they're adding. Most people are going to turn that off. Bow check. Max damage reduced by 5. Max energized damage reduced to 50. Increased draw time. Thank God. Bro, I am tired of the bow check, bro. The bow check is so annoying. It is so strong. It is so strong. It's ridiculous. This is a good balance. I think it will still be played. I think it's still good. It was just a little bit overtuned. 30-30. Decreased base damage to 41. Decrease the charge damage multiplier. Slightly increased charge time. Triple take. Okay, so this is clearly everyone just is complaining about marksman weapons. The ranked meta, I guess, has been pretty filled with just people in ring with marksman weapons. Never fun. No one ever complains about an assault rifle meta. So hopefully that comes back. But marksman weapons should have their place on certain legends, like your Gibbies, your Newcastles, your Watsons, your people that are just in ring. It makes sense for them. But whenever you have everyone in center ring playing marksman weapons, you're just poking everyone with a 3-time or a 2-4, just going crazy. Some pretty high damage weapons. It's pretty annoying for teams that play Edge. And it should be annoying, but it shouldn't be overtuned. And I would say all this changes makes it a little bit better and not so cheese. The 2020s are going to the floor. We have removed the hop-up of Kinetic Feeder. I did not know that was on that. Reduce the damage to 23, reduce the reload speed, reduce the fire rate, increased enhanced hip fire spread. I don't know if that's a buff or not. Sounds good. I mean, I like P20s on the ground. I think P20s are a very good secondary weapon. I think they're fun, but not like crazy. So I'm cool with this. Shotguns. Decreased pellet blast to 5 pellets instead of 6, and each pellet doing 19. Okay, so this is actually a 5 damage increase going from 90 to 95. which, I mean, cool beans. I'm with that. Adjusted the blast pattern. Eva slightly increased the fire rate, tightened the blast pattern. I like that a lot. Eva's a bit too wide. Double shell on the Mastiff and 3030. I like that. I'm with that. Hammer points in the P20s. I like that. Disruptor on the PK. I've heard about this. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. People go crazy with the PK with disruptors. Hitting a freaking pump that's like 120 or some shit like that, or just like one pumping a red shield with a little extra, so you could two pump people on red shield. Kind of broken, but takes skill to use the PK. Gun shield has been removed from these 3 weapons, which I'm pretty sure was all the weapons that were on it. So I think there's no more gun shield. Graffiti mod removed from Volt and Mastiff, added to L-Star and Longbow. I'm fine with that. Both of those weren't even that crazy. Double tap to the Eva. Turbocharger decreased in points for the Devotion. I guess people wanted people to pick up the Devotion again. We have read this already. Gold weapons are Sentinel, Flatline, PK, 3030, and the P20s. Who really cares though? Reviving teammates only provides a full 100 Evo for the first 2 revives. Each subsequent will reward 25 until no Evos are rewarded. This only matters for pro play, so this will not affect your rank games. If this is affecting your rank games, then you're trying to fuck with the system. All right, here's the good shit. The equipment. Knockdown shields have been removed from the pool. They will now be tied to your legend level. So white shield is white knockdown, blue shield's blue knockdown, purple's purple knockdown, and I'm pretty sure red, there's no red knockdown shield. Backpacks. The white has been removed from the loot pool. You will now have it on spawn. Phenomenal. Just clearing up the loot pool, this is awesome. That way you're not opening bins, getting fucking white backpacks and white knockdown shields. Thank the Lord. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Just more consistency in the battle royale that we need. And the second to last thing, our rotations per pubs and ranked is gonna be Broken Moon, E-District, and World's Edge. A lot of people love this. A lot of people love this. Personally, I think Stormpoint is a really good ranked map, not a pub map. So if they wanted to do 2 different lists for pubs and ranked, I would be okay with that. However, this is very good for both. For pubs and ranked, this is a very good list. People might think Broken Moon is a bit too aggressive, kind of like an Olympus type, but I think Broken Moon is a pretty solid ranked map. I had a lot of fun on it. I believe my first diamond was on a map that had rotation on Broken Moon. It was very fun. E-District is pretty good. I'm still new to it. I don't have a solid say on how I feel about E-District, but my favorite map of World's Edge is here, so I am very, very excited. World's Edge is the best map. It is so perfectly balanced, the perfect size, perfect POIs. It's such a fun map to play, and I'm very excited for Season 28 in World's Edge. Moving to what I believe is our last important update, they are removing the drop zones. So, for those who I hope know, you used to be able to, in ranked mode, everyone would be dropped into their own POI on their own individual dropship. I liked it. I thought it made for like playing smart. Like you had to make your rotations make sense. You had to rotate into ring, take the fights that you thought you could do. Instead, they have decided to throw that away and just bring the dropship back into ranked. I've been seeing mixed emotions on this. Some people really love it. They're ready for their duos to drop into fucking Monument with 10 other teams in their ranked games and throw away their RP, and one team just ends up with 15 kills at round 1. But if people enjoy that, I am with it. It's not my favorite, but I mean, hell, it could be fun. We'll see. You can still land safe. You can still just go to an outer edge on your dropship. You're still able to play safe if you want to. It just sucks when you're solo playing and your randoms want to just drop you into Monument and just say, hey, figure it out. So it looks like aside from bug fixes and some quality of life stuff, that is pretty much it for the update. I would be very happy to see what y'all think about it. Well, there you have it. That is Apex Legends Patch Notes Season 28 Breach. I'm very excited for the changes. Less marksman rifles, bringing some shotguns back into play, Catalyst, Fuse, Bloodhound. I think it's going to be pretty fun. I think we're going to see what these changes are going to do for us. The reinforced windows are going to be kind of crazy to kind of play with, and the dropship coming back in. However, I will be hitting Diamond on Season 28, and if I hit it fast enough, I might make a push for Masters. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed, please leave a comment. Tell me your opinions on what you think about it. Tell me if you like the dropship coming back. I already said that I'm pretty mixed on it. I kind of like the old system, but we'll feel it out. If y'all know y'all like it, just let me know. Peace out.